Facebook.
Now back to the High School Huddle on Team 1380 and Team1380.net. Here's your host, Jim Thompson, Chip DeCastro, and Mike Young.
Great stuff, Brendan. We got to get Scott added to that thing. It's been long enough now.
If I want to treat it like this, I go home.
Right, exactly. We are live at Upper Limits Rock Gym in downtown St. Louis for the annual Annie's Hope charity outing here at Upper Limits. And this is all brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. Woods Basement Systems has been a proud sponsor of the High School Huddle really since our inception, and has been one of the longest corporate sponsors in the existence of the show. And their work with Annie's Hope has been nothing short of extraordinary. Goes right hand in hand with the Woods Basement Systems, business mantra, if you will. Credo, yeah, I like that actually. We are at Upper Limits Rock Gym, 326 South 21st Street here in St. Louis. It's very simple, www.upperlimits.com. 314-241-ROCK. 314-241-ROCK. I mean, dealing with death is and loss is a pretty adult thing to do, and for them to be able to take a break from that process is pretty cool.
Absolutely. When a child experiences the death of a loved one, a lot of times the whole family dynamic changes. There are new responsibilities that they're having to take on that they didn't have before. So giving them an opportunity just to go rock climbing, the camps that we have, Camp Courage and Camp Air in St. Louis, sponsored by the Memorial Foundation, both of those just give the kids a chance to be at the campground, go fishing, hang out with other kids that are like them and who get it. And it's an amazing experience for them.
How long have you been a part of Annie's Hope?
Well, I originally started volunteering for the first ever Camp Courage in 1999. I was in college at the time. And I volunteered with the family support groups, school support, where we run school groups at the schools. Started a junior board. It's a group of 18 to 35-year-olds who provide advocacy and also fundraising for Annie's Hope. And then, luckily, when I moved back to the St. Louis area in 2008, I was hired on.
Oh, that's fantastic. And we talked during the break. You've settled in one of my favorite areas out in extreme eastern St. Clair County / Clinton County. And living in New Baden, which is in the Westwood School District, where I got my start in 1988. And how do you like it out there?
I love it. I was born and raised in Webster Groves, and with my husband's job, we moved out to New Baden.
So Annie's Hope, you've got approximately how many kids, let's say, currently involved at Annie's Hope? Is it hundreds, thousands?
Hundreds, yes, hundreds of kids. Right now we have our family support groups running. We've got about 35 kids, and then their parents, grandparents that are also participating. Camp this past year, we had 92 kids in Camp Courage, 57 in Camp Air. It was the first ever Camp Air, and that's for 13 to 18-year-olds.
So for a little bit older kids,
yes.
Is it an overnight type of deal?
Overnight camp, that's right. Camp Courage and Camp Air, both overnight camps, held out at Sunny Hill Adventures in Dittmer, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great campground.
Yeah.
They actually have a climbing tower, so
do they really?
Some of our kiddos are well versed with rock climbing.
Yeah. Well, how do you? I mean, let's say during the course of 365 days, 52 weekends. So do you have something for the kids to do almost every weekend? Is that the deal, or once a month?
You know, not necessarily every weekend. We try to have social events or different programs made available. We'll be out at the Magic House in January. We have a Hope and Healing gathering in December, which is a chance for families to get together where they are with other families who recognize that sometimes the holidays are a struggle. There's that hustle and bustle and that cheer and happiness in the air, and sometimes they're just not feeling it. So they can be with other people who get that.
How hard is it? Now, you've been in some form kind of involved in this for a long time. How do you keep from taking it home?
You know,
or do you?
It's hard not to take any, nothing home with you. But I myself have had experienced death with both my parents. And that was actually after I got involved with Annie's Hope.
Oh my.
So I feel like this is the path I'm supposed to be on. But working with grieving families, working with children specifically, it is a very hopeful place to be. You see the families learning how to build new relationships with their loved ones who have died, and they are able to gain coping skills, and they're able to function in everyday life and have more happy days than sad ones. So
No,
it's
that's
actually
fantastic.
a very hopeful place to be.
Well, Allie, you know, we're just a goofy little high school sports show. We have a good time with it, but we want to thank you for inviting us to be part of this, to say the least. By far, it's an organization I talk a lot more about than any others that we are involved with, and I always want to give as much time as I can to this. And you know, God love you for what you do. We would like in the second hour if you could wrangle up a kid. We'd love to talk to him. Tell them we don't bite, especially when Chip's not here. And we just thank you. We can't thank you enough. If I want to get more information about Annie's Hope, how would I do that? Is the web the best way to go?
You can get online. It's www.annieshope.org.
Okay.
Or you can call us at 314-965-5015.
5015-965-5015. AnniesHope.org. And you know, $5, $10, donating your time, whatever, they will take it. And it is a truly amazing organization, and we just want to shine as much light on them as we possibly can. When we come back, we're going to talk some more about some high school sports. Big Mike's Game of the Week is going to be featured. Do you have a Big Mike's Game of the Week?
Yeah, Parkway North versus Parkway Central.
Big game. North just got after it, didn't
Yeah, the other school a little bit December, but we'll talk
Okay.
about it.
All right, we'll talk about Big Mike's Game of the Week. Allie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you here as we go through for the next hour or so. We'll take a quick break. We are at Upper Limits in Rock Climbing Gym and Pro Shop supporting Annie's Hope, courtesy of Woods Basement Systems, and of course powered by Monster Energy. You're listening to the High School Huddle on Team 1380. Welcome back to Upper Limits, Rock Climbing Gym and Pro Shop. We're here supporting Annie's Hope, courtesy of Woods Basement Systems. This is the High School Huddle. We are talking all things high school sports, and one of the greatest things that happens when we do these events is I get an opportunity to talk to a young person. And today we are joined by Jacob Nose out of Webster. Jacob, lean up to that microphone and say hello. Hey, all right. I imagine this is a big thrill for you to get an opportunity to meet radio professionals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can understand that you're a little bit in awe. I would be too, quite frankly. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today. You're climbing some rocks, you're hanging out with your friends, and tell us a little bit what Annie's Hope has meant to you.
They really helped guide me because I lost my brother.
You lost your brother.
Yeah.
How old was your brother?
20.
He was 20. What happened?
I'm not quite sure.
You're not quite sure? Okay. And so you lost your brother, which is obviously sad, and now you've got a network of people that you're hanging out with today.
Yeah.
And climbing rocks, and of course they're not real rocks, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And you're hanging out and having a good time. You've also been to Camp Courage.
Yep.
You have been to the Muni.
Mhm.
What'd you see at the Muni? Do you remember?
I forgot what it was called.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, that's exactly what I'd have frustrated too. So.
Oh, now come on, Scott. See, that's terrible. Now we get all this. We get all kinds of grief for being dumb jocks. Let's expand our horizons a little bit and get involved in other things. All right. And I'm very sorry for your loss, but you seem like an extremely bright and happy kid.
Thanks.
And you are exactly what Annie's Hope is all about. And I'm proud to have met you. I'm proud to have had you on the air. When you get a little bit older, you really do want to do this, we'd love to have you come back in and sit in with us. All right, Jacob Knowles, thank you so much, buddy.